Welcome to Vlogmas Day 15. We are now 10 days out from Christmas. Thought I would wear my Christmas sweater. It says, I'm a believer. I have a ton of festive, I keep on wanting to say jumpers. That's how much I watch like British YouTubers. But tons of Christmas festive sweatshirts. No idea where they are this year. At some point I will be going through my storage space and then I'll find them in like March or whatever. But today I'm doing a Q&A because I had a comment from one of you in the Mareathoner Facebook group saying that you missed them. I was like, great. I'm gonna sit down today and answer as many questions as I can. So I asked in the group what questions you had this morning at 6 a.m. and I also put it in my Insta story. So I'm gonna run through, we're gonna do them quick and dirty, as Lauren Toyota says, and do as many as I can. Eva wants to know what's a new Christmas tradition that I'm starting this year. To be honest, Eva, like, only doing stuff because they're good for me and they're good for Thomas. Like, no longer doing stuff that's expected of me, that's stressful, that I don't want to do, that makes me feel like crap, or Thomas doesn't want to do. Like, he doesn't get Christmas morning. He doesn't get Christmas. He doesn't get Santa. So instead of forcing it, I'm just going to be like, whatever feels good, we're gonna do it. People keep asking me like, what are you doing for Christmas? What are you doing for Christmas Eve? What are you doing for Christmas Day? And I'm like, whatever feels good. I don't know. So I think that's kind of a new tradition, just like whatever we want to do, whatever feels good. You'll see it in the next few days. Michelle wants to know, if I could time travel, what would I say to Mare 6 months ago? Or future Mare, what would I ask her? So Mare 6 months ago, what would I say to her? Don't worry. And lean on people. And what would I ask Mare in 6 months? Should I really give up potato chips? Is it worth it? Can I not? Tiffany wants to know if I'm going to be in any of Emily's videos for Vlogmas, and is the onesie making a comeback this year? Well, Tiffany, if you saw the video where I decorated my Christmas tree with Thomas, I was already wearing the onesie. Don't worry, I'll be wearing it a lot this Vlogmas season, I'm sure. And I have 2 new ones, so, and I don't have any plans to go down to Vancouver until the new year. Which Oh She Glows cookbook do I prefer? Ashley asked. The first one, the one that I'm giving away, 100%. That's my favorite one. And she also said, you said you're planning to travel next year. Any hints? I'm going to Katy Perry in February, Pink in May. Both are in Vancouver. And I am hoping that 2018 is the year that I take Thomas on a trip. Oh my gosh, so it would have been 2012 was the last time that I went and saw my brother, and that was the last time Thomas was on a plane. And the travel was horrific. I don't know if I've ever told that story in a video before, but long story short, it took us 2 days to get to Philly, and it took us like almost a day and a half to get home, and it was like traumatizing to the point where we hadn't taken Thomas on a flight since, but I kind of want to get over that. So I have a few things kind of like marinating that I would like to think of maybe doing. Vicky asked if I have taken Thomas to see Santa. Her daughter was terrified. And what's my Christmas wish this year? Just for it to be relaxing and to like pass. Yes, Thomas has seen Santa. I'll put the picture in so you can see it. And my Christmas wish, yeah, is just for it to like pass as smoothly and calmly and quietly as possible. Any resolutions? I'm not there yet, but we'll get there. Don't worry. Keep watching my videos. Ashley asked the same thing. Any goals for next year? Stay tuned. Shannon's asking if I still speak to Jeremy's family on a regular basis. Not all of them, but I didn't really. Like, he was more of the person that talked to them than I did. His mom and I email. She's coming around Christmas. His dad and stepmom are actually on their way here today for the weekend, so that's really exciting. And I talked to his stepsister probably the most, but yeah. Oh, Lisa, this is a whole video in itself. Did any of your friendships change since Jeremy's passing? That's a whole video. Yes, they have. Stay tuned. I will talk about that. Do I practice any religion? Nope, just a belief in the universe. That's why I got this tattoo. belief in the universe, that the universe has my back and everything's happening as it should. Dana, what's been the hardest, trickiest thing about becoming vegetarian? She says, I've started slowly myself. High five, Dana. But I've quickly run out of food combinations. I would say the hardest thing is when I'm hangry and I need food quick and I need it easy access and I don't want a smoothie. Like, fast food is so difficult when you're trying to eat a plant-based diet. That is the toughest thing. And like, when I get hangry, I get hangry. Like, girl needs food right now. Hello. Could this be even better? He's bringing me a picture that he wants some food. See? Okay, BRB. Okay, he wanted watermelon. No problem. Okay, so Dana, you say you're having a hard time coming up with food combinations as you're becoming a vegetarian. That Oh She Glows cookbook is great. Also, Hot for Food is fantastic on YouTube and their website. They are a vegan channel, but they do like vegan comfort food. So it's not always the healthiest, but it might give you some inspiration. Also, I would just like Google easy vegan, simple vegan, you know, and just like slowly come up with stuff as you can. So I hope that helps. And again, good job. So proud of you. Robin asked if I'm planning on revamping my vision board for the new year. I don't know about for the new year, but maybe in the new year. Depends how the next couple of weeks go, but absolutely, because it's just still sitting blank on my wall. So stay tuned. Vicky asked, what's the funniest or weirdest thing I did as a teen? Like every day, all day, day, probably. I remember like one dance, I wore these plastic, like faux leather, but not even faux leather. They were blue snakeskin. And like Leanne had green pants and we thought we were like such hot shit in black tank tops. And I'm pretty sure I had a velvet blue and black leopard print cowboy hat. Don't have a photo of that. Checks. Oh, Joanna also asked if I was planning any trips for next year and any trips to the States. Stay tuned. Maybe. Jalen asked how I became vegan. Any tips for someone trying to get away from animal products? Yes, and again, high five, very proud of you. For me, it was a very slow roll. When I was pregnant with Thomas, I had a total aversion to beef and I never went back to it. Started to just like the smell of it cooking. Like, I don't even like to cook that veggie ground round, that's fake ground beef, because it grosses me out so much. So I had an aversion to beef, stopped eating it, and then after I had Thomas and I tried beef again, it just, like, my digestion did not like it. It made me feel so gross. And so I was off beef, and then I just like started not really liking pork. And the thing that flipped, there was a few reasons why I ended up going vegan. One was I was told that it would help my digestion. And I know we've talked about this in previous videos, but like when you have a hard time pooping, it's not fun. It's not fun. Like when your digestion isn't good, or like you have to go to the bathroom all the time, or like you have like emergencies. Like I don't have any of that anymore. And like that was a big thing for me. And then I watched Forks Over Knives. It's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, Forks Over Knives and Cowspiracy. And if you don't go vegan after that, I don't know. It was more for me initially like the health stuff. Like both my parents have had heart attacks, and Forks Over Knives really talks about how going vegan helps your health. And then when I found out about the environmental impacts and then like the cruelty to animals, it was a snowball for me. And now, like I get asked all the time, like, do you miss chicken? Do you miss bacon? Like, no, because of what I know. Like it just, you do you, that's fine. Like I have no judgment for people who eat meat, and I can be around people who eat meat. I'm not like that person. I'm not judgmental. But for me personally, hard no. So tips for someone trying to get away from animal products: do it slowly. Like I would say eliminate one thing at a time. Don't really go cold turkey. And like if you're just someone who puts milk in your coffee, just get like cashew milk or coconut milk. Like you won't even be able to tell the difference. I would eliminate one thing at a time and start surrounding yourself with like good YouTube channels like Hot for Food, like I said. The Oh She Glows cookbook is really good. What is she? Caitlin Shoemaker is really good on YouTube. She does a ton of like super cheap vegan meals. And so just try to like immerse yourself in it. Watch Forks Over Knives, watch Cowspiracy, and it'll slowly happen for you. That's my recommendation. Oh, Naomi Smart too. Her channel is great. She has a book called Eat Smart, which I own, but I haven't read yet. That's on my to-do for 2018. But her channel is so good. She does lots of what I eat in a day and like cooking videos. Yeah. Sheena asked what my favorite movie is. Well, I could quote every line from You've Got Mail and Grease and Pretty Woman. But in more recent years, Hidden Figures was just like so fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that movie. Sarah said, I know you mentioned your mom is in the States. Does she live there full time or will she be back with you for the holidays? She lives there. She's what they call a snowbird. So in Canada, a lot of people who are retired go to the southern states or Mexico when it's cold and then they come back. So like, I don't think my mom's actually had a winter for like 6 years. So yeah, she'll be back in, I don't know, April or May, but she is coming back for a week in January to hang out with me and Thomas. So I could not be more excited. You might not see me much that week because I might just be napping. Denise said, how are you working for 2 stations right now? Is one taped and broadcast simultaneously? Well, my regular shift, 10 to 2 on the country station, and then I'm covering 2 to 6 on the Kamloops station, but that of course is recorded because I don't live in Kamloops. But don't tell anyone. Eddie, do you have any tips on mailing Christmas gifts? I'm doing that for the first time this year. Bubble wrap, buy the like bubble envelopes, not at the post office. Like the ones that I have been using to ship stuff, I get from Staples, so it's way cheaper. Address it ahead of time. Be really nice at the post office, which I know I've talked about. And if you have to, mail a gift card or do like an e-card, an e-gift card or something like that, because like it's expensive and it's also December 15th. So depending on where you're shipping it to. Jacqueline asked, what's my favorite genre for movies? I don't watch a ton of movies, TBH. Feel good or like Oscar nominated dramas, that kind of thing. Like if I'm gonna spend 2.5 hours watching a movie, I would like it to be good. What's your favorite genre? Good ones. I don't like horror movies. I don't like scary movies. I don't really like science fiction or action movies. Like I've never watched a Marvel movie. Never seen any of the Star Wars movies. Like that's totally not my thing. If I'm gonna go to a movie, yeah, it's gonna be like something that Meryl Streep's in or something that's nominated for an Oscar. Right now I'm not really into like super sad movies where a lot of people die or like things like that happen. Just can't. Yeah, and then I think I had a question in my Instagram DMs too. Amanda asked a couple questions. You speak about spirituality a lot. Do you believe in God? I believe in the universe. Like I definitely believe in a higher power. I definitely believe that everything happens for a reason. I definitely believe that there is some sort of like higher purpose. And again, like this is, I believe in that the universe has my back and everything's unfolding as it should and that I should just trust it. So that's what I believe in. And I believe that everybody is equal. I believe in treating each other with respect. Do unto others as you would yourself. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it there because I don't want to offend anyone. You do you. If you're religious, like, we're just gonna leave it there. That's what I believe in. And she also asked, what are your favorite non-social apps on your phone? Okay, this is my phone. Let me look at my apps. Non-social ones. Well, no surprise here. The Headspace app is a favorite of mine. I talk about it all the time. It's my meditation app that I use every single morning, and I've talked about it enough, you know that. I really like iHydrate. So you can put in how much water you drink to make sure that you're drinking enough water. I'm not drinking water, but I am drinking coffee out of this. Link below. iBooks. I really like that app. If you like to buy concert tickets, I would highly recommend the Ticketmaster app because often you can get in way faster. The Starbucks app, that's how I pay for my Starbucks and make sure I get my stars because I get too many Starbucks drinks for sure. What else do I like? Wunderlist, which is, you can see it here. That's how I do all my grocery lists. And I also have a saved list of like Thomas food for when I'm blanking and I'm like, what can I buy him for lunches? I just have a list on my phone. And I also have like an older list of lunches and dinners for when I'm uninspired. I can just go back and check. The New Country 100.7 app, obviously, listen, Monday to Friday, 10 to 2. Shameless self-promo. The Sephora app, the Indigo app, the Amazon app. Oh, I really like the My GMC app. Like, I can lock my terrain from my phone and like I can check to see, you know, like where I'm parked and like all kinds of stuff, which I really like. And it also keeps the, hello, hungry again? See, Thomas, look, right there. Hi. Watch this. This is really exciting. Okay, ready? Thomas, do this. Yeah! Good boy. That warms my heart to no end because children typically can imitate and that's how they learn stuff. And Thomas has never really been able to imitate. So he just was able to master that. In therapy this week, like do this and him doing that just like could open up a world of things. Yeah. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for all your questions. Happy to do a Q&A. It's a little more chill. Also interesting to know what you guys want to know. And I bet you want to know what today's giveaway is because it's the 15th. Hold on. This is a total favorite of mine. It's been a favorite in the last like 2 months, but I don't think I've actually ever mentioned it in a video. So it's really cool. So it's this wooden stand that says good vibes only. And then it comes with 6 different cards. So we have Gold Digger, which is one of my favorites. This one says, I can and I will. We've got Boss Lady, Good Things Come to Those Who Hustle, Dreamer and Doer, and I am very busy and important. So then you put it in like this and it can just like sit on your counter or your desk or your bathroom counter or your bedside table or whatever, and you can switch them out. So it just kind of like sits and is a good reminder. So you get the wooden stand, which says good vibes only, and then you get all 6 cards. This one's mine, but I also have another full set here ready for you, one of you. So comment below asking me another question. Do we want to do another Q&A? Yeah, let's do that. So like this video, give it a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and leave me another question below because I have a feeling as we inch closer to Christmas and after Christmas, I'm gonna wanna just not really vlog and take some time, and a Q&A would be a good fit for that. So if you would like to win this awesome set of 6 art prints for your desk, or like I said, your bathroom counter, your kitchen counter, your bedside table, whatever, leave me a question below. That's it for today's video. Please lace up and subscribe to my channel. Become a marathoner. Join the Mareathon Facebook group. That's where I got all these questions for today's video from. I will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.